The latest Lower Decks Season 5 trailer for the final season of the show, plus an exciting new Star Trek live-action comedy series. Well, hey guys, I'm Nick and welcome back to Sci-Finatics. Well, today we've got some Lower Decks news, Star Trek Lower Decks, and also some news that's sort of related to Lower Decks in the sense that it involves Tawny Newsome, who obviously plays Beckett Mariner on Lower Decks. Lately, Tawny Newsome has been quite busy in the world of Star Trek, obviously not only providing the voice for Mariner in Lower Decks, but also being one of the writers for the new Starfleet Academy series. But it seems like she's sort of branching out to, write more than just episodes of Starfleet Academy, in the sense that we've had a bit of an announcement at Comic-Con on the weekend that involves her and Justin Simeon basically conceiving of this new Star Trek series that is going to be a live-action series in the comedic field. So I'm guessing something kind of like Lower Decks, but live action. And obviously the first thing that comes to mind when I hear this news, is this going to be like the Orville? Because obviously the Orville from Seth MacFarlane is very kind of Star Trek inspired, and it's a comedy. So is it sort of just like a Orville 2.0 kind of routine that we're talking about here, or something completely different? I heard some words thrown around like The Office, the comedy with either Steve Carell or Ricky Gervais, whichever version you want to refer to, being the original British one or the US version of that show, but a kind of a Star Trek version of The Office, which I'm not sure how that would work. Is this kind of like a Starfleet headquarters in San Francisco and the goings on of Starfleet Command? I'm not sure that would necessarily work, because that being the head office, you would think everybody would be incredibly professional and the best in their field. Whereas if this is a comedy series, we're talking about people who are a bit wacky, a bit left of centre, kind of a bit like the Space Force show that actually Tawny Newsome was a cast member on. I'm thinking maybe it might be something along those sort of lines, like Space Force with Tawny Newsome, which also had Steve Carell in it as well, but, maybe a Starfleet version of that. Nonetheless, it sounds like an interesting prospect. Although I do kind of find it somewhat frustrating that we're getting all these new show announcements and Star Trek Legacy from Terry Matalas is nowhere to be seen. That kind of, I guess, is a show that we're all crying out for, but nobody seems to be listening to us, despite petitions with tens of thousands of signatures on them. But first and foremost today, let's take a look at this new teaser trailer for Star Trek Lower Decks Season 5, which will be the final season of the show. We heard earlier this year that the show has in fact been cancelled, so Season 5 will be the last. Every year, a Lower Decks season has kind of played homage to an original series feature film, whether that be in the poster design or aspects of the show, but we seem to have skipped a movie. Because this is our last season of Lower Decks, we've kind of skipped over Star Trek 5, and the style of this teaser trailer is a direct homage to the trailer for Star Trek 6, Undiscovered Country. So let's take a look at the trailer, and then as we go we can talk about some of the shots and everything, and what we might be up for in Season 5 of Star Trek Lower Decks. Let's check it out.
For the last 5 years, they have thrilled us with their adventures, amazed us with their discoveries, and inspired us with their courage.
So ethical.
Their ship has journeyed beyond imagination.
The music, the style, the flavour of this opening here is right out of the trailer for Star Trek 6 Undiscovered Country. They're totally playing on that, which, as I said, is a theme they tend to go for in Lower Decks. With all the little montage shots of past seasons, we kind of get a sense that this is definitely wrapping up the whole series.
Her name has become legend. Her crew, the finest ever assembled.
Don't you give me that sarcastic Vulcan salute!
We have traveled with them from one corner of the galaxy to the other.
Oopsie.
They have been our guides, our protectors, and our friends.
Lower decks! Lower decks! Lower decks! Lower decks!
Watching all the little windows here on the hull of the Cerritos from clips from past seasons just kind of makes you think, we actually have had quite a few episodes of Lower Decks, and we've really got to know this crew quite well. you sort of, Lower Decks still kind of feels quite new to me. But when you think about it, hey, 5 seasons down the road, we actually have had quite a good outing with these guys and gone with them on quite a few journeys.
Now you are invited to join them for one last adventure.
Whoa, is he talking about us?
Yeah, we're like, very important.
All right.
This is our last mission.
Yeah, right. We're not done voyaging.
We aren't?
No way, man. We've hardly even cracked one quadrant yet. Come on, boys!
Mariner!
This little interaction here between Boimler and Mariner, it just kind of, I suppose, reiterates the fact that, like, the show does kind of seem to be ending prematurely. We feel like there's still many journeys to be travelled with this crew, and it's a bit sad that it is their final voyage. But who knows, maybe the conclusion of Lower Decks will open up a slot for Legacy to happen.
Alright, party people, what's the mish? Man, another quantum fissure? This is like the 3rd one this month! Boo! Interdimensional portal! What up, Cerritos? This is Captain Becky Freeman.
Make that one
We're going on a little undercover mission.
last.
Post-scare society throwing out all their jewels and crap.
What a party!
So it seems we're going to be visiting the an alternate universe version of the Cerritos and their crew. In this particular alternate reality, it would appear that Mariner is captain of the Cerritos, or not Mariner. Freeman, she's taken her mother's surname, not her father's surname, and she goes by Becky, not Beckett. And the rest of her crew, Boimler has a beard, Ransom has got a mullet, Shax has got a ponytail, and Rutherford is looking far more implant-orientated than he does in our universe version of him. We see Boimler running the gauntlet of the Klingon pain sticks, which we haven't seen since season 2 of Next Generation. I always remember John Tesh from Entertainment Tonight becoming a Klingon and being one of the extras or whatever in this scene. Here's Rutherford looking rather ragged with some stubble there, scaring Mariner. And we get a bit of Orion pirate action with Tendi and co. On an interesting looking Orion pirate mission here. Boimler looking like he's going to need some swimwear here on a aquatic mission here with Ransom and Billups. Tendi gets to go undercover as a sort of an Andorian looking race, except orange, with Mariner and T'Lyn. Mariner and Jennifer driving a hovering golf cart here, and we see a potential problem waiting to happen with this world that is abandoning currency, which kind of feels like something isn't going to go right with all this whole changeover process to becoming a world that uses currency to one that doesn't.
Everything
Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
This isn't the end of a story, it's the beginning.
Star Trek Lower Decks.
You fraternize with Starfleet humans? Bah!
Wow, was that your girlfriend? Ooh, what crawled up her boob window and died? Anyway, what are we drinking?
First test, the right of unending pain.
Oh, unending pain? This is gonna be Klingon as hell!
Love the fact that we're getting a bit of a parody or a spin on the old Enterprise decon chamber. Where they used to lube each other up with decontaminants and everything. I'm surprised it's taken this long to do some sort of riff on that. That was always a joke waiting to happen. Rutherford and Boimler look like they're in buffer time, enjoying a nice cocktail. And out of control, Boimler hits the ski slopes. Mariner's prowess at a woodwind instrument doesn't seem to be making any friends. Rutherford gives his alternate universe version of himself a bit of a hug. And I'm pretty sure the female Klingon in this scene is voiced by Tawny Newsome herself. And Boimler's just enjoying the Klingon festivities. Well, the good news is we don't have to wait too long for our new season of Star Trek Lower Decks. It'll be hitting our TV screens in October, which makes it the only other new Star Trek series we're getting this year. Prodigy dropped on the 1st of July, and it would seem most people have finished watching Prodigy. They've ploughed through the whole 20 episode season in the month. So normally a 20 episode season would see us out, let's face it, 20 weeks, but the fact that Netflix has dropped the whole series in one big go means that pretty much all of us have gone through that whole show in the course of a month. So we've got about 2.5 months or so to wait for the last season of Star Trek Lower Decks to hit our TV screens. That'll take us through till Christmas, and then I'm hoping we won't have to wait too much longer after that to get Section 31 or Strange New Worlds Season 3. So what do you guys think? Are you looking forward to the final season of Star Trek Lower Decks? Are you kind of satisfied that it's coming to a close, or are you thinking, no, damn it, I wish we had another season, I wish it was still going? Or do you think, oh no, it's had a good run, it's had 5 seasons, good on it, let's move on to some other show now. Leave your thoughts in the comments section and we'll get chatting about that. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to Sci-Finatics if you haven't done so already. Really helps the channel out, doesn't cost a cent, and it really means that the YouTube algorithm is aware that people, you know, are digging my content. So appreciate if you can smash that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. Also, be sure to check out my merch in the merch store. We've got a sale on at the moment, 20% off everything in the merch store. Plenty of cool t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, caps, stickers, you name it. Everything's there, and it's 20% off at the moment until I think it's the 5th of August. So be sure to check that out before the sale ends. I'll be back very soon with the next video. I'll catch you guys soon.